him because I wanna know what's going on. All right,
Oh,
so
okay. Uh-huh.
all right, so Andrew Beard, this is your son. He's starting to rack up more offers now. He got an offer from his most recent offer was Penn State, right? Correct me if I'm wrong.
Absolutely. Right. Penn State. Yep.
And he got an offer from Indiana too, right?
Yeah, he did. Uh-huh.
Now I'm gonna tell you the funny thing about that. The guy from Indiana, he used to be in the Southern Conference. He was at James
Really?
Madison.
Oh, he was at SoCon. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. So he already offered him, and we still haven't got an offer from App State yet. We still haven't got there yet. Now I'm gonna say something. I was in a group forum this week with a bunch of App State players, and they
Right.
said it's not just Andrew. It's a lot of guys that's signing with other schools, big schools that didn't even get an offer. So I don't
Right.
know if these guys. I think they just don't really know. I think they bored with their guys already circled, and I don't even think they're aware that we have 4 and 5 star guys floating around, and their dads went to App State. I don't think they're aware of it, bro.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
Like I say, it's you feel a way, because that's your alma mater, and my son specifically grew up a App State fan. He used to go back to App. My wife and I, she played field hockey at Appalachian. We go to the, we go back to the Rock, and we go to like Georgia State, and when they played out here, we go to been to UGA, and he's been going to Appalachian ever since he was a little guy, a little fella, him and his brother. So now that
Mm-hmm.
he's old enough and he's been an opportunity to actually get recruited, it is disappointing for him, right? Not to say he would have went there, not to say he wouldn't, right? Not to say he would or wouldn't, but it's one of them things where he would have felt great just to been sought after. You know what I mean? And I understand it's a business and all those things, and Appalachian may feel like, hey, this is not what we want, right? This is not the direction we want to go in. I don't know how the recruiting department works, but what I will say is, when the opportunity presented itself to be recruited, he got recruited by someone who used to be at Appalachian. So it's not, with my son specifically, it wasn't one of them things where he's not what they like. It's one of them things wherein, like you said, I think it's more so they're not just scavenging, checking for former players' kids. They're looking for the best kids that fit their system. And if our kids fall by the wayside and don't even get a look by them, so be it. You know what I mean? But it's
Yep.
tough. I'm gonna tell you, it's tough when you've already sent film in, when you've already made phone calls, you've shown your face. He was just up there at camp last spring, right?
Yeah.
So it's not like there hadn't been a way where there's been a level of availability to say, hey, look at this guy, his dad used to, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So for the guys that don't go back to Appalachian or the guys that don't, what I mean, have their child affiliated with the university, I can see why App won't go back and say, okay, well, let's see what they're doing. But in my case, it's contrary, right? Like I
Yeah,
was
because
there.
you
Like,
actually there, you ex boots on the
yeah,
ground,
absolutely.
and
Right.
they already see him, and like I
Yeah.
so right now, this is what I'm gonna say right now. I'm gonna say
Okay.
I think the staff, the recruiting department is not aware of what's going on, and I don't think they have the same kind of budget to scout as many players. So I think once they get there, 50 guys that they're gonna scout or 100 guys they're gonna scout, I think they just lock in because they don't have the resources to reach out to a bunch of kids that they think they might not even get to come to the house. Like I don't know if they go down to 5 stars or off all the 5 stars.
Right. Right. Well, my thing is, my son has no stars right now. Like he got momentum. You know what I mean?
Hey,
And
we
the
know what it
biggest
is.
thing, but I'm just saying, the biggest thing about it is now you 100. You could be 100% correct, and you could be an App State apologist because we that is our alma mater. Like I say
Yeah.
again, I'm not mad at App. I'm disappointed, true enough. You know what I mean? But I'm not mad at them. Like this is a business, and on our end, we're gonna also treat it like a business, right? So if he did decide he wants to go there, if they came in, actually put the work in, and recruited him and did the thing necessary for him to be there, it'd be no harm, no foul. We'll be right back at Alp, going to the games, having fun. But if they
Hey,
don't,
well,
we
I'm gonna tell
won't.
you, I'm gonna tell you another
Uh huh.
School I don't see on this list that might pop up here real soon,
What's
Oregon.
up? Oregon.
Now
That's
you heard
interesting,
about
man.
the owner for Nike. He
Phil Knight.
said he's about to give Dan Lennon whatever he need, all the resources he need to build a championship team because I think he's 80 something years old, 86 or something. He's in his 80s. So, and I don't know if this